Alright, today is Friday already, and I had a video recorded, but a telemarketer screwed that up and the video got ridiculously long, so I'll do the best that I can. One of the patch orders that I just got in the other day, I had to pay an extra dollar in shipping because eBay in their infinite wisdom could not combine the purchase. So essentially what I did was somebody offered me a discount on a patch, and then I said I'll take it, but I didn't click anything yet. I put stuff in my shopping cart and then I wanted to accept it, and then I accepted it, but then eBay wouldn't put those other things with that, so they charged me an extra dollar because the seller was $1 shipping, and then that got mixed in there, and then the patch only saved me 20 cents. So if I had basically done it the traditional way, I would have actually saved money by doing a combined purchase without getting a discount from the seller. So eBay basically shot me in the foot that way. Very difficult, that, and very frustrating. So the things I'm going to be working on here is I'm going to be sorting these patches here, and we'll get through these here. I think they're all of them there. One of the patches I got was oversized. You never know unless they give the dimensions of the patches. Some people want those basically for what they're stitching them onto. But I got a bunch of patches that were $1 a piece. I'm sorry, not $1. Yeah, the first ones I got $1 piece. The second one was something ridiculous, like 9 patches for $1, plus I think $2 for shipping, so it worked out to $3. And the funny thing was, is as nice as a good a deal as that, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to bother the shipping, so I just paid all 3 shippings. So essentially, I paid $246. I spent $6 on shipping for those. I believe that's what it worked out to, so my order came out to $9. And it's funny because so I paid $6 for shipping, and guess what happened? The seller shipped it for a whopping $1.10 or something crazy like that. This envelope here, I'm going to have to mail something almost identical to that. I wished I could save this envelope, but unfortunately, when I checked the computer, the post office, it was going to cost me $5 to $6 to ship something that he was able to get out to me almost identical in every way for $1 something. So I got to figure out how to do that. I don't know, but I got patrol leader patch there. That was part of the lot of 9. Assistant patrol leader. These are look like they've never been used, and they're very current to this day. I think they're still the same. Assistant scoutmaster. Assistant senior patrol leader. We got this one here, Journey to Excellence Unit Award Gold 2013, 100% Boys Life, but it looks like 700%. I don't know that I have that one there. These patches, if you have to buy them at the scout shops, they're, $4 or $5 each, something like that. So, and I think this one here, not sure if this is the one that somebody wanted $5 for, but again, people are not buying those for that much. I don't think that they are, at least. We got a few other miscellaneous ones that came in those lots here. This one was a 2 lot, but I wanted this because I believe that's 75. Samson the Viking, Peterborough, 1975. It's definitely used, but again, another 1975 patch from my collection. That's pretty sizable. That one came with Camp Naish. Council. This could be from the 50s. Very interesting looking patch there. These were taped on there, so you have to be careful because it's pulling the threads. If you taped cards on there, you'd be in hot water. This one is a brand new rank patch. If I could get a quarter out of that one, I would be happy, but people don't necessarily need or want those. They make great displays and things you can sew onto stuff, so that's really all it's good for. This one here is a plastic backed patch, so it doesn't look very old. It could be very recent, but it's some sort of instructor. Don't know what that is. I don't know if that's Merit Badge Council or what that is. Then here's another 2004 100% Boys Life patch. I probably have those. Again, people try to get a couple dollars for them. There's only a few people completing those sets. And here is Pedro. He was a donkey, I guess, that was always doing kind of scouting type things there. You could get lots of different things with him on it back in the day. I don't know if he's still around or relevant. That's probably a patrol patch. This one here is slightly older. I think it's might be from the 70s. I don't know when they stopped using these cutout patches. There's that one there. It's been kind of flattened and ironed and stuff, so it's probably been used. And then we got some of these in the lot there, the Northeastern Pennsylvania Council 2011 Spring Camporee. So getting 9 patches approximately for plus $1 or $2 for shipping is not much at all. Thunderbird District Camporee, that's local, I believe, local to Oregon. And then there should be another one here, another one of those patches here. It's this one here. I think I have all the patches. And this one here is another Thunderbird District Camp Cascade Pacific Council, which used to be the Cascade Pacific, or the Columbia Pacific, and the Cascade Area Council. So those became, this is 1999, so this is 4 or 5 years after they merged. Then we get to the ones that I paid $1 a piece for. This one I think was the most expensive for like $1 or $2. One of them actually might have been a little bit more, but this is the Indian Boundary District patch from 1952. So it's Mickey Mantle adjacent. Watch some kid wearing that patch, you know, go down to the local store with a scout uniform on and buy the last couple of packs, pulling a man in 52, and it was barely even $2 for that patch, and the seller had extras, and this is like virtually unused condition. Then we have the Istruma Area Council, Istruma, it's very shiny, so that's a neat one there. We got this one from Oklahoma here. It's got some thread loss here, it looks like, and it's very used and floppy here, very beat up here, but there's that one there. Nice colors on there, the state of Oklahoma right there. Unfortunately, it's kind of poorly stitched here. I didn't see that one, or it's been flattened like a pancake. So part of the Oklahoma is hidden underneath there. But again, that was $1. It's a filler patch. This is MoCan. You can't see that, so I have to say MoCan. Missouri Kansas Area Council. These are probably date to the 80s or so, and then 90s. And then there's a Southwest Florida, and the stitching. This is very it's got pucker a bunch there, but it displays quite well, the Southwest Florida Council. So there are those. That's all of the ones that I've gotten. And then I had some cards that came in, autographs, and I do not know where I put those. But what I wanted to do is talk about my next purchase, and I should not be purchasing any cards I don't really need or want anymore, but I've abandoned some cards in COMC. Oh, before I get to that here, I want to show you 2 scout uniforms I got. So I accidentally found some scout uniforms, so we'll get to those and a couple other things. So, before I get to COMC, I found these at the Goodwill bin store. What happens is they separate most of the clothing, put it off to the side here, and then they put the hard goods merchandise to another side there. But all the young kids take all their rejects and throw them in the hard goods so they don't have to look at them twice. And it's very annoying, but there was a couple of scout uniforms. This dates from the 70s here, 1970s era. It's very, very youth size, very tiny, but this came from Troop 50. In Oregon here, there's 50 right there, Troop 50. We can see that well enough there. And that was actually my troop, but this predates me by a lot. So the 1973 Scout Jamboree, and they were second class. And Save Our, I think it's American Resources, not really sure, in one segment there. And then the Webelos badge Arrow of Light there. So you would not be able to fit this. If you were 11, you probably wouldn't be able to fit this, very tiny. But that's probably an 11 or 12-year-old kid wore this. And so it was from the actual troop that but again, that person is in their mid-60s now. That would not be me. And then there's also another 50. This is the what do you call it? The summer uniform. I actually have some of these that I can actually fit, with minus most of the badges in there. They're also second class as well. Cascade Area Council that I was just talking about merged in the early mid-90s, and then another 73 Jamboree patch. Somebody was just doing a video on this exact same design here, the neckerchiefs, and they said that every scouting lot that they get has a 1973 neckerchief because they were souvenirs. And so if you find one for $1, that's almost too much. That's all you would want to pay for that 73 Jamboree patch. So essentially what you've got here is a shirt that's worth $0 unless you're like a small kid, and then this patch here is worth probably anywhere between $3 and $5. This one's worth $1, and then these other red and white badges here from whatever towns might be, those might have a little bit of value, and that's probably these might have, depending on if you have somebody fighting somebody, to get a badge from that patch from that particular town. Then we're going to finish up here with my purchases I want to do. So I sent off a soccer request today, threw that in the mail, and I only had one card, and it felt really bad doing that because the guy recently signed 3 or 4 cards and I only had one. And I said, shoot, I need to get some more, and then I can get my COMC out of hock, you know what I mean? I basically purchased some COMC stuff there and let it sit there for a while. And so what's $20? I can't spend $20 right now, but what's really $20? That makes, I've got another project of something that's going to be way more than that. for cards, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do that at this moment here, but we shall see. But, you know, we got Roy Wegerle there, and somebody got him TTM a while back ago, I think, and also I looked and he signed in 23 or 24, I don't really remember. Again, some of these people through the forums, people might send to them after those dates, you know, but 99% of all the soccer players that people are writing to are the women's soccer, direct to the teams or whatever. So the whole front page was almost all, other than Landon Donovan, maybe, that everybody else is writing to, but I don't want to write to the women's soccer teams right now. That's not what I want to do. I mean, I have some of their cards, I have to double check and see, so I might, but again, just because you have doesn't mean you need to. But again, I was going to go through eBay to pick up a few cards there, but again, 4 cards, you know, even if you can get them dollar free shipping, that's $4, $5, $6, $7, whatever. And I was like, do I want to do that, or do I want to do COMC for the retired players and then wait and come back? I don't know. And then there's other cards that I kind of have on my list, but nothing's really on great sale. I was lucked out and found these at the bin store. We'll finish off with these here. And these are Celebrate the Century. I got to the row late, but I found these. Nobody knew what these were, and there was plastic pieces of paper in front of them. These are Celebrate the Century and 2 sheets of 1960s era stamps. Somebody was trying to tell me these were from the 1960s. I said, no, they're not from the 1960s. Why would they be commemorating the Beatles in the 1960s? Why would they be commemorating, you know, Woodstock in the 60s? They weren't doing that. You know, these are from 1999, and I said they're probably from the late 90s, just before the Forever stamps. But these are 33 cents, you know, so my whole bill was like, I don't know, $8, $9, $10 or whatever. Maybe it was $12. And so I got, you know, whatever, 33 times, you know, so I probably got almost $10 or $12 worth of stamps here. I think there's 4, 6, 10... There's something like 14, there's 15 stamps per, so whatever 33 cents times 15 is. It seems it's a lot of money, but it's really not, but I was happy to grab those. And as collectibles as these are, they're going to be basically turned into autographed TTM fuel, because you can get these for full price or less on eBay, so why even bother with that? Then 2 other pictures here. I got some other great stuff, but that'll be for another video. I don't want to make this way too long. It already is turning into a long video. Miles Davis kind of blue photograph there. Really neat there. And it technically is a postcard. It says, place stamp if required, right here on the back there. Why would you want to mail that out? You know, and risk getting all beat up and damaged and put a stamp there. Doesn't make any sense there. Miles Davis, and it was in the leftovers, and it says postcard right on there. This is a neat one which I actually might frame, help Woodsy spread the word. And if you mailed off, you would got this sort of thing here, give a hoot, don't pollute, thanks Woodsy. So you could, you know, mail off for this thing, and then you could, you know, frame it or put it, you know, in some sort of school or office or whatever. You know, and then people would say, hey, let's I wish Woodsy the Owl would come back. You know, Jason, Jason, I can't think of his, from Wonder Years, the guy who played Kevin's brother. That guy was on a Woodsy the Owl commercial. But what can we do, Woodsy? You know, give a hoot, don't pollute. Thanks, Woodsy. So he was in one of those commercials. This is from the 70s. There was a lot of really cool 70s era stuff, but again, that bin looked like all hats and purses. I couldn't get to it right away, and it was just an absolute massive, crazy amount of people, not room to one even dig. And then I was talking to my friend, I went over there, then I found the stamps with Woodsy Owl stuff and all the other kinds of really cool stuff. I was like, oh, great. I missed out on some really neat things. So, can't win them all, but that's what that is. So I'm going to finish this video now. I'm going to try to get that court order put in, whether it's COMC or eBay, so I can get some more soccer cards, because everybody's signing. I don't seem to have their cards or enough of them. It's just frustrating. You have a whole binder of soccer cards, and that's what you collect, and you don't have the right people. You know, I don't know. I wish people would do some more of these overseas, England and Scotland addresses, but that's not happening. So hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.